Hey everybody, it's Adam from the Press Continue podcast, also from Double I Games. I am the owner and creator of all games that are from Double I Games, and the host of the Press Continue podcast. So today I got a box in the mail, and what we're doing is we're opening this thing up for the first time, and we're going to check out a new game that I have coming out that I just made. So I'm real excited to open this up and share this with you guys. So let's check it out. Let's open some box and see what we got in here. We got some paper. Exciting. So we got some paper, we got some box, and we got more paper. So in here we have my brand new game that we are world premiering right here, called Flip Point. So I ordered 3 copies of it, already sold before I even got here. So this is the prototype, but also the finished product. Check it out, Flip Point. In a new type of box that I've done from the Game Crafter. This is where that's going to be available, is thegamecrafter.com. So that's also where you can get to any of my other games that I've made from Double I Games. So check that out. But what this is I made it as a tiny little pocket-sized game. And what you do is you try to take over a 9-square grid by strategically placing your tiles to knock out your opponent and steal their squares. It's a quick, fun game for all ages. Takes about 5 to 10 minutes, depending. I put ages 8 and plus, and you gotta have 2 players. So this is kind of a neat little box. Check it out. You unhook it right there. Box opens up. Opens up. Opens up. Opens up. You got all the cards in there. We'll go over that in a second. And it's got all your directions right inside the box. So we got a blurry camera. I'm doing my best with my cameras. I just got a new laptop, so I'm trying to figure this thing out. But the objective is the player with the most face-up tiles at the end of the game wins. Who goes first? You spin a tile face up. The person with the most arrows pointing in their direction goes first. So take one of the tiles. Hey, there's some arrows, right? Give it a spin. Whoever has the most arrows pointing at their direction is who goes first. Well, it's pointing at me, so I'm going to go first. So what you got to do is first split up the tiles. You got black cards, you got white cards. Split them up, shuffle them up, make a little deck over here, shuffle them up, make a little deck over here. Okay, so what you do is whoever goes first, it was me, you shuffle their tiles and place them face down in front of the player. The player who goes first flips their top tile and puts it on the table. That is the center of the board. The board is made of 8 squares, or a 9-square grid. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's places that you can play your tiles. And we take turns flipping over tiles and trying to take over squares. So how do you take over squares? Well, if you flip over a tile, this is the white player's turn, we put it down. If your arrow, when you place your tile, is pointing to a spot that does not have an arrow pointing back, the other tile will flip. In the name, Flip Point, right? That takes that point away from that person, and the other players can place tiles now on top of where that square was. And you take turns going back and forth. So flip. I'm going to put a tile down. Okay? The tile that I just placed does not have any arrows pointing where arrows are not pointing back. Nothing flips. Grab another one. Point. So this is pointing where there's no arrows pointing back. It'll flip. Grab a tile. Okay, now here's an example where I'll put this here. You see these two arrows are pointing at each other. No cards will flip over. So you keep going back and forth, taking over squares, pointing at each other, flipping cards, and trying again to take over the board. The white cards have a strong advantage going on here. And you keep playing cards until you cannot play any more cards. If there's no more squares that you can play cards into, the game finishes. Even if there are cards left over, so you play until there's no squares available to play on, or till you run out of cards. And then you count up the amount of cards that you have. So you got by color. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 white cards, 1, 2, 3, 4 black cards. Well, white had more cards flipped up. White is the winner. And that's it. That's a quick tutorial on how to play Flip Point. There is also alternative advanced rules, which I have also on here. Again, it's real simple directions here. So there's advanced rules. And the thing with advanced rules is you actually start with one tile already in your hand, and each turn you will draw a tile and you can play either one. So it gives you a little more strategic options, because you have more options to play instead of just the one that you draw. So there's, again, the basic rules of draw one, play one. The more advanced rules of you already have one in your hand, so you'll have two, play one, just to add a little more strategy to the game that way. But that is a quick tutorial on Flip Point. Again, a neat little box, neat little way to do that. Nice pocket-sized game. Again, you can find that at thegamecrafter.com and search for Double I Games right here underneath. Or you can follow us facebook.com/DA Games and keep up with all our updates. Thanks for tuning in. This game will be available soon. It's going to be going for only $9.99. So the second that becomes available, again, I will post on our Facebook page for DA Games, as well as the Press Continue podcast. So thanks for tuning in, and well, tune in next time where the gaming never ends, as long as you press continue and check out Double I Games. Thanks for watching.